This preparatory workshop aims to equip national delegates with essential understanding and techniques ahead of the 38th United Nations Climate Change Conference of the Parties, known as COP30, scheduled for 6 to 21st November 2025 in Belém, Brazil. COP30 will convene global leaders, scientists, NGOs, and civil society to discuss urgent climate action. The meeting serves as a platform to orient participants on key UNFCCC processes and organization protocols, present the Gambia's national positions, and strengthen the delegation's readiness for effective participation in the global climate negotiations. Attendees included government officials, representatives from international organizations, civil society, and the private sector. Lamin Jame, Director of Finance at the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, emphasized the importance of understanding technical details, practicing diplomacy during negotiations, and prioritizing the country's interest.
What you should endeavor to do this COP, if at all it is your first time, is to learn the process itself, as the COP is both technical, is scientific, but also the art is important. We are going to negotiate on very contentious issues. We do not expect to agree on everything, because climate change affects every country differently, which means our priorities will be different, our expectations are going to be different, and we are going to engage with people who have different perspectives and different objectives about the whole COP. What that means is we have to be ready to strike compromise, and we have to employ diplomacy in our conversations.
He highlighted that the Gambian delegation's participation is crucial for shaping outcomes that will advance both global and local climate action, and advised delegates to always seek clarifications when necessary and consult the lead negotiator.
And it is important that if you don't understand, you always consult your lead negotiators. If you want to make any intervention, please make your intervention through your lead negotiators. It is okay if your lead negotiator allows you to make intervention directly, but it has to be advised. Because you have to remember, the badge we are giving you is a delegated authority. And what it means is that you are representing the Gambia. And you don't want to give a wrong impression about the Gambia.
Honorable Rohijan Manjang, the Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, briefed the delegates on what to expect at COP30 and stressed the significance of maintaining a code of conduct as delegates will represent the Gambia on the international stage. She urged them to work collaboratively and focus on advancing the country's priorities.
Make sure that whatever you are engaged in, you are engaging as a Gambian. Therefore, as mentioned by Director, let us consult so that we can speak with one voice. There are positions that are grouped in two. You have the African position, which we are all part of. But we also have the LDC, where you have some African countries who are not part of. And usually the LDCs and the seats, that's the small island countries, are the one that teams up, even though we do have some little bit of uncommon interests. But in most of the time, if I can say 90% or more, we have the same interests. So you will see us teaming up in our engagement, in our negotiations, in our agreements, and we will usually have the same common red lines.
Key discussion topics at the pre-COP meeting included national preparations on high-level issues, climate finance, transparency, adaptation and resilience building, energy transition, reducing carbon footprints, UNFCCC processes, and the delegation's code of conduct. The minister further advised participants to view COP30 as an opportunity for learning rather than evacuation, and emphasized the importance of remaining vigilant about their security at all times.
It's very expensive to take yourself or to be transported all the way from the Gambia to attend COP. And there are many that applied, but we only acknowledge few. So therefore, don't waste resources nor your time. Make the best use of it. It's a learning venue. I keep saying it's an environment where we shop for opportunities. We shop for partners. We shop for investors, but we shop for ideas. You will definitely learn a lot. You can do your entire TC of master's degree or any degree during this period. Trust me, if you're really dedicated. you can learn as much as possible when it comes to climate change.
The Conference of the Parties is the supreme decision-making body of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, an international treaty dedicated to combating climate change. COP30 will bring together representatives from countries worldwide to negotiate and coordinate actions to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and meet global climate goals. These conferences are critical in shaping international climate policy and guiding national efforts to address climate change. Maria Madem, reporting for Star TV News.